Welcome back. Today we got another inventory video. I'm just gonna go ahead, scroll through the eBay store and the website. Haven't done one of these in a little bit, so I figured I'd check in, show some of the stuff we've been getting recently, and also the brand new website that we launched, which is BallparkMemories.com. Really easy to remember. Go there, and it's got all the cards we have listed on there. So I guess I'll scroll through that a little bit more later in the video. Now we can go through some of the newly listed cards here. So stuff we've been getting in recently. So I'll just sort by this and then go through maybe some of the categories, talk a little bit about some of the cool cards we've been picking up. 53 man on a couple of these here in the mail in the past couple days. A nice Wilhelm rookie. That one I graded myself. So I was pretty happy with the PSA 4 on that one. Like lots of these are going to be from the Nashville video at the time of recording. So that's where I got lots of these ones recently. This nice looking Page rookie with pretty nice color on that one. So if you guys see anything through the course of this video that you like, feel free to shoot me a message on email. All the links to my email and social medias will be in the description of the video. That's probably the easiest way you can contact me. If you see something you like, saves you guys a little bit of money if you do end up wanting to purchase a card. So here's some of the heavy hitters from Nashville. Got a really nice Leaf Babe Ruth, really well centered, incredible color. So I was stoked to pick that one up in a trade. Traded the 53 Mays I had recently, which was a SGC 7, and got the Babe Ruth plus some cash. So that deal was in the Nashville video. I think this deal was in there too for this Mantle rookie. Really nice, no like major creasing or anything. Great registration color, and just obviously the centering dinged it a little bit. That one's really cool. I haven't had a ton of those 51 Bowman Mantles, so anytime you can get one of those, that's a pretty good thing. I got some other stuff going on in the card world and Ballpark Memories world. We got some shows coming up. The end of the year is a little bit slower for shows, but there is a couple sort of on the horizon. This weekend, at least when I'm filming, I'm going to Boston. I don't know if this video will be out by then for the Boston Shriners show. And then in a couple weeks, we got the Chicago Spectacular coming up, as well as there's another one of the B Sports shows coming up near Fort Wayne, actually. So if you're in the Midwest area, check out that. Here's another 53 Mays I got. This one is a 6.5. It's kind of crazy, the 53 Mazes. They definitely jump once you get to the high grade prices. Let me look these up on VCP here. It's kind of insane, the price gap from a 6 to a 6.5 to a 7. So there's 6 is only around 7K. PSA 7 is like 25K. And 6.5 hasn't sold in a long time. It's about a year and a half since the last one has sold. Pretty crazy that you can get two 6.5s for the price of a 7. And then same thing with SGC. Like even the last SGC 7 did about 20 grand, which seems insane that you can get two 6.5s for the price of like an SGC 7. But you know, that's the way the market is. So that one I paid pretty strong relative to, I mean, the recent sales. Like I paid, it's a weird one with not many sales out there. I paid pretty strong relative to the recent sales that there was, but it's such a wide range from a 6 to a 7 that there's a lot of room for discretion in there. So that's a tricky one to value. I like looking at those cards that don't have many sales and are tougher to put an exact number on. So I always like trying to figure out the true value on some of those. Here's one of my personal favorites from Nashville. I'm a big basketball guy. A nice star Keem Olajuwon rookie. I thought that one was pretty cool. All those star, like true rookie type cards are pretty sweet. So there was a lot of good stuff we picked up in Nashville. As you can see, I'll just sort of scroll through a little bit. This one here was from right before Nashville. I got in Xenia, and that one's pretty nice, high grade 38 Gaudy. Just a mix of stuff. I mean, I'm always buying this type of stuff. So if you guys ever have any nice vintage cards that you guys are looking to offload, shoot me an email or text on any of my social medias. I am not hard to find. I'm always looking for more stuff like that. Here's some like vintage soccer, which I really like. Vintage soccer is definitely the most similar to vintage baseball. The people that collect soccer definitely appreciate the history to everything. And it's also incredibly cheap compared to baseball. Like, you can get lots of these are pretty significant cards for the players. Like, here's one of the better players of all time, probably top 10, maybe top 15-ish. True rookie, like $200. It's pretty crazy. And especially for the scarcity, because lots of them were put out in like Italy and Germany, and so they have smaller print runs and stuff that would have been, more heavily produced in the US. So definitely check out soccer if you're interested at all in that type of stuff. Here's a really cool one. I also got this in Xenia, this 38 Gaudi Fox. That's pretty sweet. This one hasn't sold in like 3 years, I don't think, in a PSA 7. That's always been one of my absolute favorite sets, the 38 Gaudis. Love that set. And Fox is obviously one of the better cards in there, so I was stoked to get that one in a high grade. And a bunch of other cool stuff. Just lots of stuff that we got recently. I don't remember the last time I did one of these videos. I know it's been at least around 2 months or so. So almost all this will be stuff that wasn't included in the last inventory video that I did. I try to do these semi-frequently, just to sort of get the word out there about the eBay store and all that stuff. Here's one of my favorites. Really cool looking Michael Jordan insert, big men on court. This is one of my favorite cards that I have right now, to be honest. Super tough to not keep this one and put it back in the collection. It's got a really tough die cut with the black edges too. So it just gets really hard to grade this one. It's a great looking card. The red and the blue both really pop, obviously. So that's one of my favorites I picked up recently. I think I got that at the Grove City show not too long ago. And I'll go through a little bit more, and then I will go through the website and show you guys some of the stuff that's on there. I tried to set it up almost identically to the eBay store, where you just have the cards, and so you can either sort by everything, or I'll try to sort them by category also. Makes it a little bit easier for people, searching for specific stuff. Like, this is pretty random. We had soccer earlier, and a Cy Young, and a Ken Griffey Jr. minor league card. So if we go ahead and go back to the main store, make sure to also give the store a follow if you guys use eBay frequently. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on eBay. So I would appreciate that if you guys could give it a follow. And then I just sort the store into 5 categories. I feel like this breaks it up pretty well. I guess if you guys have any ideas for more categories I could add, that would be helpful if you're someone who does scroll through here a bit. But I think this does a pretty good job of sort of separating everything out. So I've got basketball, football, hockey, and anything that's not baseball essentially will be in this one category. So you can see all that stuff. Got Gretzky rookies, Jordans, and still a little bit random, but it's, it's somewhat organized as well. So we got some pretty cool stuff in here. Nice Bob Cousy rookie, Bird Magic, Irving, a pretty cool Icy Bear, Wilt Chamberlain at PSA 9, Diego Maradona, some nice Peles, Jordan stuff, Joe Louis. So that's basically where all that will be. And then the other categories, so I have post-war baseball graded, pre-war, obviously the one I just showed you guys, basketball, football, hockey, autographs, and then ungraded / raw. So most of the stuff will go in the post-war baseball graded. That's obviously a majority of what we do here. Doesn't narrow it down too much. I know just anything post-war is a bit of a wide range. I mean, you got anything from like 48 Bowman up to Darryl Strawberry rookies and Griffey autographs and stuff. So it is a wide range, but I think it helps narrow it down a bit. A nice Brooks Robinson rookie, SGC 4.5. That one's pretty well centered. Thought that was a nice looking card. I always try to pick up nice looking examples of cards, because that's really what people want. People want to have nice looking cards for their collections that they can put back, as sort of a forever home for the cards. So that's what I try to stick to. The problem is they sell so well that it makes it difficult. So I guess I'll go ahead and show you guys the website. I don't have every card on here yet. I'm sort of working on it, but I can't just transfer over everything from the eBay store. It's not that easy, unfortunately. But I am, as we get new stuff, every new card I'm uploading onto the website. So then over the course of the next couple months, as it's all new inventory, then it'll all be, new stuff on here. So right now I have everything priced the same as on eBay because it's just easier to do that way. And then I have a code here for a discount, so you just put that in. It'll give you 5% off any order that you have. And then also, I think you have to use PayPal to pay, so it'll charge me the PayPal fees and everything. So we both save a little bit of money, or you can just message, like I said, in the email or Facebook, Instagram, whatever platform you guys would typically use to get a hold of me. I thought this was cool, the Pee Wee Reese rookie 41 play ball. The website, I think it's pretty slick. I like the way the cards are displayed on here. Obviously nice clear images of everything, and then you can click on it, and it's pretty easy to use. I don't know why it has this quantity thing. Maybe I'll have to try to find a way to get rid of that, but it's pretty easy. You got good images front and back of the card, description of what it is. Just click add to cart, and then it's pretty simple. You just go ahead and check out from there. But yeah, nothing on here that wouldn't already be on the eBay store, but definitely just check it out. It would save me a little bit of money off of the eBay fees and save you guys a little bit as well if you don't want to have to buy it on eBay, wait for authentication and all that stuff. So one question I get a lot when I'm at shows and talking to people in person, I get lots of questions about what cards sell. And so I thought it would be interesting to scroll through the stuff that has been selling and sort of show you guys exactly what has been selling on eBay. So I'm just going to go over here to orders and go through all my eBay orders. And the simple answer is the stuff that's selling is exactly what you would think has been selling. Actually, I sold a few more odd ones the past couple days, but really it's the popular cards, the players, and the sets that you would expect to be selling. That's the stuff that moves. I always tell people Jackie Robinson, Mickey Mantle, Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, like the best players and the best cards of those players, that's what always sells. So here's this is a second year Lionel Messi. Got a 55 Jackie Robinson. It's impossible to keep this card for more than a month. It just sells that well. Once again, Jackie Robinson Bond Bread rookie card. That one I only had for a week or two. Patrick Waugh, not on the same level as some of the other guys, but very, very popular hockey card. And it was the O-Pee-Chee version. Sells very well. Nolan Ryan rookie, obviously in a good grade. That card will sell. Roberto Clemente, Mario Lemieux, a pretty cool Smokey Joe Wood card, 14 Polo Grounds. So that one sold not too long ago. The 58 Mantle. So just all those same guys, popular players, popular sets. So I'll just scroll through here. Here was a pretty good sale here. The Clemente rookie PSA 6. So here's a better look at it. This one sold for $8,000 on eBay. Pretty nice looking, relatively newly graded Clemente rookie. So big stuff does sell on eBay as well. So I will try to get, I do have actually every card in the inventory is on eBay. So literally every card I have is on eBay. And so it's easy to go ahead, check out everything we have. I won't have anything at a show that I don't have on eBay because there's always a shot that it will sell. Whether it's a $20 card or a $10,000 card, they do all sell on here. And I thought this one was pretty cool. It sold relatively recently. This Dandy proof missing the wax coating on this feller. I think there's 2 ever graded, and this was the highest graded one. So eBay is great for stuff like this where there's not many of them. It's a pretty niche card because it's going to run you a significant amount more than just a typical Dandy would. But it's great because there's a lot of eyeballs on there. So that's what you pay the fees for, is the incredible amount of eyeballs they got on eBay. I guess I'll scroll through a couple more days worth of sales down here. Some more Jordan stuff. Really nice Tom Heinsohn rookie that's pretty well centered. I tell people, like, this is the hardest set in any sport, just any year, any sport. This is the hardest set to find centered. The 57 basketball is just impossible. Like, you just won't find them centered like this. This is probably the best centered one I've seen. And so I was stoked to pick this one up. I always, like I said, good looking cards. That's what I'm on the lookout for when I'm at shows. And so that one, like, when I saw it sitting in someone's case, even though it's not the most expensive card, I was like, I gotta have this thing. That's just a great looking card. All right, so that is it for this one. I'll just go back to the home page here. Once again, we're always buying nice vintage cards. Shoot me a message if you got any for sale. Appreciate you guys checking out the video. If you ever need anything from me, my contacts will be below in the video description. I'm not hard to get a hold of. Make sure you go ahead and follow the eBay store. We're going to have some more videos coming out relatively soon. So appreciate you watching, and we will see you guys next time.